Ireland's famine led us to petty theft. And with that petty theft is arrest. And when you get arrested at that time of the world, you went to Spike Island Prison. Well, now we are going to attempt to flee Spike Island Prison, but seeing as we are doing it solo, we have some company, and that company is the Spectre, who's going to try and scare us straight, or dead, or just keep us there. Who knows? But it's a mean ghost, and he's trying to stop us from escaping. That's all I know, so it is time to hit fled like a hermit, and that is a hermit in solitary confinement, maybe, on Spike Island Prison. I don't know. You'll find out when we get to the table and you see me take it on. So we are set up for the solo play of Fled. So we have all of our tiles mixed over here. In the solo game, you are playing against the Spectre, so we removed the Chaplain tile and replaced it with the Spectre tile. We have the Spectre's little reference card over here. Forgot, do they go first? Take your turn first. So we will go first. I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to play the game. Then maybe you can pick it up as I am playing. The goal of this is to escape and then score points. Because honestly, the points is the most important thing. Because even in a multiplayer, you can win even if you don't escape by having the most points. I'll get into all that. So you're going to have 5 tiles in your hand. You have your little character card here that's got your reference. You got a reference tile here. And again, we have the Spectre reference tile. You start with this tile here with a warder out here. And then this actually gives you the scores for the end of the game. We start off in our bunk. We have the main bad man, the governor. The governor is over here. He's got the whistle. Cover your ears if you don't like loud noises. He's got the whistle on his card. And then we randomly placed these tiles here. It is kind of up here because we're going to be adding tiles to his display over here. We actually can move it a bit more this way. Because the thing is that the biggest that the prison will get is 6 squares from there. So it maxes out to there. It may end up going more that way. I'll adjust if need be. Kind of moved my over there. All right. So on your turn, the first thing you are going to do is you are going to play a tile to add to the prison. If one of the tiles has a gold scroll on it like this does, that must be played if able. To play a tile, you are going to need to match at least half of its section with one out here. So like this section would be fine. The other thing you want to look at is there's archways, there's doors, and there are windows. Archways can match up to windows and to doors. That's fine. Archways can match up to archways, hunky-dory, but a window cannot match up to a door. All right. So you have to match at least half of it. As long as you have half matching, it's fine. So like technically this would be fine. Those match, even though those don't, we're fine. Door on archway, archway on window, everything would be perfect. The other difference is these forest ones. These forest spots have to be exactly 6 squares away from this main tile. So I couldn't have like this tile coming up here and then the forest right there. The forest has to be 6 spots away. 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is how you would place the tiles. After you place a tile, you are now then going to, in essence, discard, but you're going to be using your tiles for something else. One option you have is you can discard the tools, which are these purple ones, for movement. They have different ones. The spoon will let you move through holes up to, I believe it is 6 rooms away. The file lets you move through a window. The feet let you move through corridors or basically through the archways, and then a key moves you through a door. If it's with a gold icon, you do it twice. So this could move me through 2 doors. If it was a spoon, I could move up to 12 rooms away. And for that spoon, they do need to be orthogonal. I can't count anything diagonal, But then there are stuff like this counts as one room. So it'd be like 1 room, 2 room, and then keep going. So you can use it to move. You can use it for a whistle. I do not have a whistle in my hand. A whistle will move the warden or the warder 0 to 3 spaces. And then if he's in the space with someone, he is going to basically be doing a bunk check. He is going to see if you are in a room as designated on this tile, or the tile where the whistle is. So in this instance, it wants us in our bunk rooms, so we'd be fine. If we were not in there, we would shuffle our hand, randomly grab a tile, and place it next to us with the chain and the ball and chain face up. It's going to be negative points at the end of the game if we still have it. If he catches us again, then we would then get put back in our cell, and then that would get removed and put into his display up here. And then after you do all that, you move the whistle 1 space. The other thing you can do is you can put contraband in your pockets. The contraband is these little icons here, this teal background, but you can only put the designated thing if you're in the designated room where the whistle is on. So right now we can do stamps when we're in the bunk. We can do these rest ones when we're in those designated rooms, as long as we have that designated contraband. Finally, I do not have any, there are warders rooms, which I'll show you when they come up. If you are in a warder's room, you can instead trade your contraband with the warder to put tools into your inventory. Tools in your inventory is the only way you are able to escape. In order to do that, you're going to look here. To put a regular tool in, it costs you 1 contraband. To put a gold or a shamrock in, costs you 2. I will say the shamrocks, I didn't cover those. Shamrocks can be discarded as any purple. So it can be a key, it can be a boot, it can be a whistle, it can be a file, it can be a spoon, etc. That's what shamrocks can be used for, or you can put them in your pockets. So as I said, to escape, you need to have the items in your inventory. Depending on which forest tile you're going for, depends on what you need in your pockets. So this one initially needs 2 files, a reminder that a gold one would count as 2. So if I had a gold file, I would have 2 files. Or if the whistle is on the space that has the moon showing, you would only need 1 file. So, and then I would draw back up till I have 5. So I will always be getting rid of 3 tiles from my hand. The final one that I actually could do is I could surrender 1 up here. All right, so besides all that, that is all the basics of the regular game that you'd be doing even if you played multiplayer. All those rules are in place. The difference is for the solo is after I take my turn, the Spectre is going to take their turn. They are going to grab 3 tiles. They are going to place a tile if possible. So first thing is, if they have a gold tile, they're going to place that. Second is if there is any tiles that have a shamrock or a whistle, you are going to set those aside and they may not be added to the prison. And then when I add a tile that summons a warder or the ghost, I need to put it where it is the most threatening to myself. If I am unable to add a tile to the prison, then I'm going to surrender 1 to the governor's inventory. Then if either of the 2 remaining tiles are a shamrock or a whistle, I will discard it, using one of them to trigger the whistle effect, and then the other one, otherwise I will discard it with no effect. Then the 3rd tile goes to the governor. So you'll see his inventory is going to keep expanding. When the whistle effect happens with the Spectre, I am going to be moving the guard that is most threatening to me towards my prisoner. Guards can only move through doors and archways. They cannot move through holes or windows. And then the Spectre, if it is out, is going to move 0 or 1 rooms towards myself again, trying to catch me. I am going to lose if the whistle travels all the way around and back to the governor before I escape, if I'm unable to replenish my hand, or if the ghost meeple reaches my prisoner. If I reach the forest, I win. I'll add up my victory points. Victory points are basically based on what you have showing icon-wise. So the ball and chain is -1 point. Each contraband is 1. Each tool is 2. Each shamrock is 3. If I have any gold, it's 4. And then if I escape, I flip my prisoner over, which shows that white one, and that is 5. So that is the basics of how to play this. So we will get started with the first turn. So I am going to look. I cannot place this because it does not match anything, plus the forest has to be 6 away. So instead, I think we are going to, I want to put this in my pockets. And I want to possibly use that spoon. So let's go ahead and let's expand this way. Like that. We have a door on a door. We have an archway on an archway. Room types match. Now I do stuff with 2 different ways. So I'm going to stash the stamp in my pocket. I am in the designated room, and it's a stamp. Done. Then I have to do something else with one of these. I'm going to spend my spoon to move. I have a hole here. I am going to move into that room there. This gets discarded. As the end of my turn, I replenish until I have 3, 1 or 5 in my hand, like so. So now the Spectre is going to reveal 3. 1, 2, and 3. There is no gold. The shamrocks get set aside. We are now placing this tile here. So I get to place it wherever I want. And I think we are going to place this kind of going up that way. So we then look. They are going to use one of these as a whistle, discarding it. He is going to move 1, 2, 3. Catches me. It is not where I need to be. So I am going to randomly take one of these out of my hand and put it as a ball and chain. Oh, that was my gold, or that was a key. So I never even looked what came into my hand. There's that. And then this one goes to the governor. I should say now that there's tiles here, when I replenish those 3 tiles, I can choose 1 from the governor and then 2 from there if I want, but I can only ever take 1 from the governor. So that goes to me. I only have 4 because the randomly 1 got taken. Still can't get to here. That was an annoying thing with the whistle. So where do I want to go? I should maybe get back towards my bunk. Oh wait, and then the whistle moves. So now we can do food in those rooms or combs in there. I do have some food, so I'd like to get to that type of room, but there is none currently available. So instead, I could put that out though and file my way away from, that is actually what we're going to do. 1, 2, we're going to get going all the way over that way. So we're actually going to put that there. We're going to do our file to move here because now he can't get to me because he can't go through that way. And then I will surrender, I think, that tile up there. Refill my hand. I'm going to grab 1 from him. And then 1, 2, 3, because I only have 2 in my hand. All right, so what is the Spectre about to do? Again, 3 tiles. One of them has a whistle, so that can't be added, and they're about to do the whistle again. We are going to look to see where we want to add a room to. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have a forest in my hand again? I do not. That forest wants to have that room nearby. Not going to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and bring him. We're going to bring him that way. So archway on archway. These room types match. That's a window on a window, window on a window. This one's going to be getting surrendered to him. They do the whistle. So he is going to attempt to move to me by going up there, I'm going to assume. And then the whistle moves. So now we can do food and buttons. So looking there's a door. That's not good for me necessarily. I want to try and be able to get that room near there and then try and get a file into my inventory. I do have some leeway because I now have these shamrocks. I don't have a warder's room out, though, to be able to get stuff in yet. So why don't we... So I think we're going to bring this down that way. Like so. So we have a window on there. And we have that. So I could start working my way in there. Ooh, wait. Actually, we can go like that because now we have there. But if he activates, he's coming in to get me and send me back to my cell. I'm going to risk it. So we're going to go there. We are going to spend a shamrock as a boot to move into this room. And then we are going to put our food in our pockets. Forgot to say our pockets have a maximum of 3 or 3 and 1 shamrock. So that is my 3. So time to refill. So we were at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I take this one, I would be able to place that, I believe. I would, and that would give me a thing. So I'm going to bring that to my hand. And then 2 more. This way, at least I have an exit strategy of where I can go. And hopefully that moves somewhere. So 3. So they do not have a whistle, but they have a gold one, but they cannot place it. These are the warder rooms. So they cannot place this one. So they will now look and try and place one of these. Seeing as I am right here and I want to get to that warder's room, I think that is what we're going to place. So let's go ahead and place that just like that so I can get into the warder's room and maybe try and get some stuff. Did I draw a file? I did draw a file. That is helpful, but I will, yep. So, yep, we have good stuff going on here. We have good stuff going on. So now I have to discard one of these with any effect or without an effect, and then put the other one to the governor. Let's go ahead and put the boot here and discard the gold key. So my turn. So I have a gold one. It can be placed. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. That is where that is now. So now in theory, I need to try and get at most 2 files, possibly 1 if I can somehow get this flipped over. Wait, they did the whistle. Yep, we're good where it's at. So then we are going to use this file to come in. Wait, no. We're going to use this shamrock as a file to come in here, and then a key to move in here, and I am set up for next turn. And he can't get to me right now because it'd be 1, 2, 3, so I am good for at least 1 more round. Refill my hand. I don't think I want any of that, so we'll just grab 3. 1, 2, and 3. Spectre, doop. So he's got whistles. So he's got to place this if possible. And this is where bad things happen for me. So they got to place this here. So yeah, we're going to place it right there. So the good thing is that this flips. And this goes like that. The bad thing, though, is that a warder comes in right there. Then, from there, so they added it, done. They're going to use one for the whistle. The most threatening one is this one. 1, 2, he comes to me, sends me back to my bunk. But this comes up here, if I remember correctly. And then this gets added to that inventory. So now I have to try and get back over to this room, or hopefully maybe get another one. Is there another one in my hand? There is. I just realized I didn't move the whistle because he just whistled, so I will still need 2 files. I can now do stamps and combs. So I didn't want to get that stamp in my thing anyways, but we need to figure out. I think we're going to go right there with my tile. We're going to put my stamp in here. I think we're going to just give this one over to him. And then replenish. 1, 2, and 3. So I got a spoon. I got another one of those. Button. Got a shamrock. Because I think I'm going to try and get a shamrock in there. And that way I'm open up to some stuff. Unless they're about to end me. We'll see. 1, 2, 3. Well, they got a whistle. That's not good. They got a shamrock. So this is the one that's getting added. Can that go right there? Archway, 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 door, archway. Matches there. So I think we're good with that. Yep. And then they are going to whistle. Wait, that doesn't move yet. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He can't get to me. The whistle moves. And we can now do stamps and buttons, although my inventory is full. So I need to place a tile out. Go with that one. 1, 2, 3. And then spoon to here. And shamrock to use as a key into there. So I'm not quite set up yet. We'll see. 1, 2, and 3. It'd be cool if there was a file in here. There is not. Nope, the ghost tile's here, and I'm probably going to be able to play that right by me. And, all right, maybe put it up there. I don't know. Bad things are probably going to happen. So let's consolidate this. We are getting near the end game. So can they place this one? It does not look like it because it can't get anywhere around there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. So we have our choice of these. I think we're going to put this up here so I can put the ghost as far away from me as possible. That's going to be my plan there. They're going to discard, say, this one, and we'll leave that one out here in the inventory. All right, so I need to place this one if possible. So I will, and I'm going to put it all the way up here. And that puts the ghost out, the Spectre, done. So now, oh, I've never really traded before because I had bad ones when we played. I just can't remember if that is, you can do it as many times. If your meeple's in or in the same room, you may transfer a tool or shamrock by paying the cost in contraband. So yeah, basically 2 actions if I had 2 things to move over. I only have the 1, so we'll move those 2 to bring the shamrock because I am in the warder's quarters. If I go here, I'll be protected. So we're going to spend our key to move here. And then 1, 2, 3. And 3 of these, they're going to add this if possible. It is. They can go right there with it. Like so. There is no things. So I'm going to discard this and put the file in the inventory because I'm probably going to try and snag that file. Because if they get another whistle one, I am done. We're going to just put that right there. I'm going to put a button in my inventory because I am in the courtyard area thing. And really annoys me that that's so far away from where I need to be. So I use my shamrock to get back in there. Yeah, we're going to discard the shamrock to go back in there so I can maybe move something over. Like the file I'm grabbing there. That's 1, 2, 3. The Spectre. So if one of these is a whistle, it's game over. It is not a whistle. So they have 2 of these. So we are going to probably add this one in. Oh, I just remembered it's supposed to be added to the most threatening spot. So actually he is going to be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot that was the rule, the most threatening. So this one, we are going to go right there. That brings him out. That flips this over. And the interesting thing is because you had to remove the chaplain to put in the Spectre, that last one is never going to flip. So I am never going to have the discount. So there we go. So he is there. Then they don't have one of those, so I get my choice. You know what? We're going to put the spoon in here and discard that. So now when I need to draw, we are just going to shuffle up this discard pile. In fact, let me take care of that now. So we're probably in the final throes of the game because I need to try and escape before another whistle comes up. And considering all the whistles just got shuffled back in here, I do not have high hopes for me surviving long. So we're going to place out a tile. We're going to add a file to here. And then we are going to see about trying to get back over here as quickly as possible. Or I could do 2 boots and try and get over there. Either way, it's got to be something quick. Let's work on building that up over there, even though I know it's not going to be beneficial. So where I'm at, let's go ahead and turn one of our contraband into a file so I can try and get there. I have boots, which aren't helpful. I have a suite that's not helpful. So there's really nothing much I can do. Except, I think I'm going to trade my contraband in for a boot. That way I'm open up for either one of those if I even make it that far. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Spectre, let's see if I lose. Bow, bow. Ooh, still alive. So I get to add one of these tiles. We are going to, I think, add that one just like that. 1, 2, 3. We're still good because maybe now I can dig a hole here, use a key, and then I'm going to be clear to go. Which, let's put a spoon out here. Which I forgot, I should have grabbed one of those when I was refilling my hand. So I have this gold one right here. It needs to be added if possible. Pretty sure it can right there. Archway, archway, yep, all good. That is solitary confinement. If I would have been caught out of my bunk with the ball and chain, instead of going to my bunk, I would have gone placed here and then lost a turn. So we will go ahead and use, I don't, not buy a hole. I need a spoon. Well, we'll set myself up. So we'll move there. I really don't think I'm going to be winning this anyways. And then let's put that in there. And then we're going to draw one here. And that's our 5. Get 3 for the Spectre. And that is game. So I wouldn't be able to add any of these here. There's that. They're going to use this as a whistle. So they're going to try and get me. They can't come through here. So so 1, 2, 3 would be the closest. 1, 2, 3. He comes through the wall, can't get me, but this would move back around, which signals the end of the game. So just out of curiosity, was I able to do it? No, because there was nothing I got that would have got me into the space to go. Because I could have spooned my way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I couldn't get through here to escape. So that is the solo play of Fled. Like I said, that one hiccup rule with me having to put it here, that didn't really matter though, because I lost basically because of the whistle. Because, we were about to have whistle, 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 and shamrock. So there was still a decent amount of whistles in there to set it up. And then because of the whole not being able to move the moon again with the chaplain being gone. The other cool thing about the chaplain in the multiplayer is you actually can do the trade with him instead of just in the warder's quarters. But that was the solo play of Fled. Hope that gave you a good idea of how the game does play. Like I said, outside of the randomness of the Spectre moving, that is basically exactly how it's played in a multiplayer. In fact, you can actually add the Spectre to the multiplayer game. You don't remove the chaplain tile in that regards. Instead, this is there. And then when you do the whistle, I believe you still move both of them and you can choose. And then if the ghost lands on your spot, you actually, I believe, get scared back to your bunk, if I remember correctly. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you'll head down below and hit like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Let me know if this is a game that interests you. If you want to keep this content coming, you can help support the channel in 3 different ways. There's our Patreon that you can join. There's our Ko-fi that you can hit up. Or you can become a member of the channel to get exclusive perks like seeing the videos early or exclusive videos that are available just to our members. Alrighty? So until next time, try and escape again.